Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys some natural remedies for sinus issues, whether it's irritation, whether it's sinus congestion, sinus colds, if you're prone to sinus infections, or even allergies. So if you guys are interested, be sure to keep on watching. Okay, so just to give you guys a little bit of a background, I deal with sinus issues all the time. I am prone to seasonal allergies. I've had several sinus infections. I even had to have sinus surgery because my sinus infection got so bad. So these remedies, along with, medications from the doctor, really do help to keep my sinus issues under control. And just as a disclaimer, these recommendations do not replace medical attention. So if you find that your symptoms are continuing to get worse, if they're progressive, if it's not really going away, definitely go see a doctor because you do not want it to get to the point where you do require surgery. However, these tips can kind of help to keep your sinus issues at bay and help treat some of the accompanying symptoms that you have when you have sinus issues. So the first thing that I want to talk about that has made a world of difference for whenever my allergies are aggravated or I start to get a sinus cold is an aromatherapy diffuser. This is the aromatherapy diffuser that I use, but you can find these at a lot of stores. I've seen them at Target, Walmart, even TJ Maxx and Ross for pretty affordable prices. And what you do is you fill up your aromatherapy diffuser with water and then you add your essential oils of choice. And what the aromatherapy diffuser will do is create like a vibration and let off a mist of that essential oil. So the mixtures that I use for my sinuses, I will always include eucalyptus. Eucalyptus is number one if you suffer with sinus issues or even if you just have a cold that you're wanting to get rid of faster. Eucalyptus, one, it has antibacterial properties. It also, I find, it really does help with the inflammation within your sinuses. Another oil that you can add is lavender. Lavender is very calming. It's pretty much good for everything. If you need to relax, if you need better sleep, lavender is a great essential oil to include in your aromatherapy diffuser. So I will use mostly those two oils and add maybe 2 to 3 drops of eucalyptus, 2 to 3 drops of lavender, set this next to my bed and just allow the magic to happen. And you will start to feel your sinuses just opening up. And so I swear by my aromatherapy diffuser. Other combinations you can try are eucalyptus and peppermint. Basically, you do the same thing, putting a few drops of each. Peppermint, the menthol, definitely helps to open up the airways and just clear your sinuses. So that is another combination that I would recommend as well. Now, since we're talking about aromatherapy, another cool way to utilize aromatherapy when it comes to helping with your sinus issues are aromatherapy diffuser necklaces. Now, I love these necklaces. So this one in particular, I'll show you guys up close, or I'll insert a picture, that'll probably be easier. But basically, these are very decorative necklaces that on the inside have a lava rock, and they come in different colors, but basically the rock is a very porous substance, and so it allows for when you add the aromatherapy, the oils kind of get into all the little crevices and kind of hang out for a little longer than if you had something that was a smooth surface. And it allows you to kind of carry around your aromatherapy throughout the day, wearing it around your neck. And so if you find like you're about to cough or sneeze, you can always bring it up and kind of smell it closer to your nose. And it's also great because sometimes some people are very sensitive to aromatherapy on your skin, especially with 100% essential oils. When you apply them, you shouldn't apply them directly to your skin without a carrier oil. And I'll talk more about that later. So this is one option, and I actually have these on my Etsy shop. So I really, really love these aromatherapy necklaces. And like I said, this one is the one that has the lava rock. There is another one which is also great as well, and I kind of like this one because it allows you more variety. But this one is also an aromatherapy locket, and it has a little felt insert on the inside. This one comes with several felt inserts, and so I like it because you can kind of change up your fragrances a lot easier. With the lava rock, I find that you kind of have to wait a little bit longer before you change over your fragrance. So with the locket, you can designate each felt insert to a different fragrance, so you don't have to worry about how it mixes together or waiting for it to wear off before you change your fragrance. So this one I love, and like I said, it's just great to be able to carry around your aromatherapy without placing it directly onto your skin. The next thing that I love to do, and this isn't just when I have sinus issues, but just kind of like for every day, is I make my own shower aromatherapy powder. Super easy. All you need is some baking soda and your essential oil of choice. So you basically take the baking soda, put it in a bowl, mix it together with a few drops of your favorite essential oils. If you're looking for something to help with your sinuses, the combinations that I mentioned before, eucalyptus and lavender, eucalyptus and peppermint, eucalyptus and rosemary, those are great combinations to help open up your sinuses. I would do a few drops of each, mix it together, and I store mine in a glass jar. You can store yours, however, I just prefer to store mine in glass. When it comes time to take your shower, all you're gonna do is sprinkle a little bit of the powder directly underneath where your warm water is gonna hit. As the water hits the powder, it's going to release the fragrance into the steam of the shower, and you've basically entered like an oasis of aromatherapy oils. It is an awesome experience, and like I said, it's great for your sinuses. I also sometimes make these for my friends, and I'll do a mixture with just lavender because it's really great for stress relief and just relaxing, and also helping with sleep like I mentioned. And so if you take your shower right before you get in bed, sprinkle it at the bottom. It's just a treat, and it's so simple. Also, while I'm on the topic of essential oils, I get all of my essential oils through my mom. She is a licensed esthetician and carries her own 100% essential oils, and that's what I would really recommend when you're looking for oils to use as aromatherapy. It's better if they're 100% whatever the oil is and not mixed with a carrier, just because you get more out of the oil. But however, like I mentioned, if you are going to use an oil directly onto your skin, you do want to dilute it either with a carrier oil. So carrier oil would be like an olive oil, a almond oil, avocado oil, coconut oil. Those are good oils to mix to kind of dilute the oil down so that it doesn't irritate your skin. Also, just as a warning, I do not recommend applying the essential oils inside of your sinuses, because what happens is, like I said, it's very concentrated, it will burn, and then you can't get it off. I know this from experience. Next up, and this is something that I actually recently discovered. So for me, my allergies really get aggravated right after I wash my hair. So it takes me a long time. I'm in the shower for probably about an hour washing my hair. And as the steam starts building up and I have all of these smells from the shampoo and the conditioner, by the time I'm done washing my hair, my sinuses are angry. And I'm sneezing, I start to feel the pressure, I start to get a sore throat, and it just is a downward spiral from there. Typically, it takes me days to recover from this, and I'll still use my over-the-counter medications like my nasal sprays and stuff, and they really don't help me that much. So I went to the health food store and I tried to look for an on-the-go option. And so I was recommended this. This is the Olbas, I think it's pronounced Olbas, Natural Inhaler. Now this is a mixture of menthol, peppermint oil, cajeput, and eucalyptol. I don't know what cajeput is, but I know what the rest of these things are. And these are typically the oils that I use anyway in my aromatherapy diffusers. So what it is, when you open it up, it basically has an insert inside that is dipped in these oils, and you place it near your nose and take a deep breath in. When I breathe it in, I like to kind of squeeze the bottom a little bit because I feel like it just releases more of the fragrance and essential oils. And I find that taking a nice, slow, deep breath, like, this is gonna look like I'm a little bit of a fiend, but I promise, it's natural. So you put it near the nose and you just breathe slowly, and they said to do it twice on each side. But the day that I bought it, I was in terrible shape. I was sneezing, I was congested, it was just terrible. And as soon as I bought this, I started smelling it while I was in the car, just taking deep breaths on both sides, and honestly, within maybe a half an hour to an hour, I had no more nasal congestion. It was gone. It completely relieves my symptoms. I can't say that people aren't going to look at you funny because it just looks weird with this thing by your nose, but if you're suffering, like I was walking around the mall just, I didn't care. I'm like, y'all don't know what I'm dealing with, okay? And if you're close enough to me, you can smell that this is just peppermint. It's basically like Vicks on steroids in a very tiny container. I just love it. Oh. All right, let me put it away. So that is it. Those are my recommendations for natural ways to fight sinus irritation, sinus congestion. If you have a really bad sinus cold or just a cold in general, I would definitely recommend to try some of these things out. I will leave the links down below for everything, including the essential oils as well as the Aromatherapy Necklace diffusers. If I can find any other links, I will also include them down below. But I hope this video was helpful to you. Again, like I said, just as a disclaimer, this is not to replace medical attention. If your symptoms are severe and have lasted for a long period of time, definitely go get yourself checked out because you may require heavy-duty antibiotics and hopefully not surgery. I've been there, done that, not trying to go back. So again, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to subscribe while you're here, and I will see you in my next one.